Hey, City Light friends and family, we're just giving you a little update and some encouragement from the Williams home. So, most of you should have received a letter in the mail from us, and I want to tell you a quick testimony about that. Trevor and I sent some mailers out last week, and hopefully you got yours in the mail. We received a letter back from someone saying, hey, I've only been to City Light one time. But I've gotten your letters throughout the past few years, and I want to tell you that what the work that you're doing in the community has just blessed me so much. And when this is all over, I can't wait to join you guys again. And I love that because the way that we're reaching the community, just the fact that we're reaching the community is reaching the community. And I love what Jesus says in Matthew 5:15? 16. Let your light shine before men so they may see your good works and praise your Father in heaven. So it's just really cool as we've been doing some of the gathering of the resources and getting them back out there, that it's really it's having a ripple effect, and it's touching people's lives that we didn't even anticipate. We got a call from a social worker today that said, hey, I've got an elderly client that gets meals delivered 5 days a week, and on the weekend I'm afraid that he's going hungry. Can you guys get a box of food out to him? And so Scotty's getting a box of food out to him tomorrow so that he has plenty of food for the weekend. So I am just so encouraged by all of our support, all of the work that everyone's kind of doing, if you've been a part of it. So thank you so much. And hey, I know that not everyone is able to be a part of everything that's doing. I know we have a lot of our City Light friends and family that are saying, hey guys, bless you. I am shutting in right now. I'm bunkering down. I'm quarantining for many different reasons. And I think for some of those, that's really, really the wise thing to do. We just want you to know that we're praying for you. We love you. We cannot wait to see you again. Hopefully it'll be legal to give hugs again. Yes. Maybe high fives. I don't know. I just can't wait to be in the same room with our friends and family. So, Sarah, I know you had some encouragement you wanted to give too.
Yeah, well, again, just first wanted to tell you that we love you and we miss you and we miss the hugs and the smiles and the high fives and all of that. And so hopefully this period of time won't be too much longer. But meanwhile, I wanted to speak to those of you that, this has just been hard. It's been stretching. It's stirred up things that you maybe haven't even wanted to face, but I want to encourage you that God is in your season. And I just had a couple little things on that note to share with you. One is, if you've been on Facebook, you might see that there are a lot of people putting a red ribbon over their door. And that is to signify the lamb's blood from Passover that in Exodus, the Israelites were instructed to put over their door so that when death came, the plague of death came to Egypt, that they would be passed over and that death wouldn't visit. And so maybe some of you have put a ribbon over your door. I actually personally haven't, but whether you do or not, I think prophetic acts are really powerful. But most powerful and important is that your faith is connected to that declaration. And so I want to encourage you. See, Jesus purchased complete wholeness and protection and healing for us through his blood, which we are celebrating. Tomorrow's Good Friday, his crucifixion, his body that was broken and his blood that was shed for us, and the victory that came 3 days later, that resurrection life. And so I just want to proclaim over you that the blood of Jesus is available for us. And I want to encourage you to stand in that place when the enemy is pressing in and there's all kinds of fear and there's lots of thoughts that you have to push out. Really, the place that you want to get hidden is in that covering of the blood of Jesus. And by faith, you can go into that place. And I want to encourage you to remember that, especially in this Passover season. It is just a beautiful time to meditate on that we are covered by the blood of Jesus, and we declare that death passes over. And so I'm standing in that place for you, and I pray the blood of Jesus over you, City Light, all the time. Everything that pertains to me, I pray the blood of Jesus would cover, and that includes you. And I love you, and I'm cheering you on. And I also just wanted to encourage you. I gave a word at the beginning of the year, and the Lord was just reminding me of that last night. It was different things that he had for 2020. And I see that this particular season that we're in was a time that he had designated for some of those things to happen. And I want to encourage you not to miss what he has for this season. And so I'm going to read to you, I think there were 11 different things. I'm going to give you just a few of those because I think that it's really important while we finish out these few weeks or whatever it is that we're lasting here in the quarantine, that we remember that there is a word of the Lord for us to connect with for this season. And the first one that really stood out is that this was an invitation for the bride to make herself ready. And we want to be like those virgins that were ready with the lamps full and the wicks trimmed. And if now is not the time given for us to do it, when would we? So like now is the time to get your lamps full of oil. And with that, I was looking at one of the words that he said to me, that it's a year to be saturated in the transformational glory presence of God. And I believe that there is an open heaven visitation for those when they're sitting in their homes to be saturated in the glory presence of Jesus, and that it far surpasses the spirit of fear that's trying to land. And we just say no to that. We don't want fear in our homes. We want the glory presence of God, and there's an invitation for you to ask for that. It's also a year to learn how to ask for God's wisdom, even in areas that you haven't thought to ask. Now is a good time to get his wisdom, to ask him what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. We get that from the Lord and from the spirit of wisdom. It's a year to see the power of the fruit of your words. What is the decree of your mouth? How are you announcing what's happening in this season? The Lord wants us to go higher and decree the word of the Lord. And I 100%, I believe that he is going to break through, and we are pronouncing healing and miraculous manifestation, not death, not sickness, a turnaround. That's what I'm decreeing. And the power of your words produces some kind of fruit. So it's either for good or bad. So it's a year to see that. Last couple things, he said to me that this was a year that he would release heavenly peace and restore rest to the people of God. I know that not everybody is in a season of rest, but many have found themselves in rest that is unlike any other time. You're not essential and you're at home. It's a place for you to actually experience the supernatural peace of God and to get reset in a place of rest. And finally, he said, this is a time that you will enjoy the days he has for you. So friends and family, I just want to bless you and say, enjoy the days that are here. I know in some ways that it can be hard and stretching, but there is an enjoyment to find. There is intimacy with God to find. There's glory presence, and there's supernatural peace for you. And for those that look for that treasure, you're going to find it in this season, and there's going to be new special breakthrough for you. And I want to encourage you not to miss it, because this is something special that the Lord has that's hidden by chaos. It looks like chaos, but really there's really treasure from the Lord for you. So I love you. I'm cheering you on. I can't wait to see you on the other side and to hear what God showed you and how he showed up for you and what he taught you and how he brought you peace in this time. So Love you.
Love you guys. Talk to you later.